to my channel. I hope that you are having a great day. I have a design team project for ASC Craft Supplies, and I will leave their links to their online stores in the description box below. And remember, I have a coupon code for 10% off any regular price purchases, and it is Michelle10. They also have free shipping if you spend $75 or more. And the paper collection that I used is by Graphic 45, and it is Woodland Friends. This is a beautiful paper collection, just beautiful greens, and I love all of the animals. And Graphic 45, I think, is one of the most detailed paper lines. What I created is this little fishing hat, and I did get this SVG file from the Silhouette Design Store, and I will link it in the description box below, so if you'd like to make one too. And I do have a short tutorial. And I'll just slide this forward here and we'll take a closer look. I did create the offset panels that you see here in my Silhouette software. I wanted to be able to use this paper with the animals. My brother has a birthday coming up, and I wanted to send him one of these. He loves fishing. I have a little fox here on the top, but it's just beautiful, and look at all the detail in that. And on the side here, we'll just spin it around. There's like a little squirrel, and you can see part of the raccoon and the deer, and there's a little bunny. But it's just so pretty, and I love all of the different foliage they have in this, and like the little mushrooms. And there you can see the top of the squirrel. And this plaid is also in the paper, which I think coordinates beautifully. And this plaid is in the paper collection as well. And then this paper here that has like the ivy is in it as well. So all of the decorative paper is from the Woodlands Friends paper. I did use the 8x8 paper collection for this. And I had forgot to mention it. The file, the SVG file, does come with little lures and hooks that you can attach or add to the hat, which I thought was just perfect. And then I have this up on pop dots so it can create my stopper for the Easel Card. And the file does include the Gone Fishing and this little banner and the fish as well. So everything that I cut out was included in the file. But I love how this came out, and I think my brother will really like that. And then on this one, I chose to go with the blue plaid that was in the paper, and then I just used a green solid cardstock here this time. And, you know, my base with this kind of a taupey collar. And then I chose to use this ivy paper on the inside, and we have the Gone Fishing again and the little fish there. I love how these came out. Just thought they were really cute and perfect for that fisherman in your life or fisher gal. And then here we have the little lures and the hooks on the side of the hat. So stay tuned for a short tutorial. I have the pieces cut out to make the hat. And the first piece we'll start with is the part, it's this 2 circles attached, and it's scored in the middle, and then this circle is scored in the middle. It makes our easel card base, and then the decorative piece of the full circle goes inside here, and then this will go here. So when we make our easel card, it will be finished on the inside. And the single circle will glue to the half of this, and then this will go here, and then these slits you will put this piece in, which holds the hat. And here's our sentiment and the little fish that will go here. And this is the top part of the hat, and then I created decorative pieces to go in mine. You do not have to do that. I just had this paper and thought it was so pretty. I wanted to use it. Then there are 6 pieces that have the little tabs. And I didn't have any eyelets that were small enough, so I took a 1/4 inch circle and made a 1/8 inch circle and put it in the middle. And then in Cricut, you would just slice it. And then in Silhouette, it would be subtract. Subtract would be the feature you would use in it to get your little faux eyelet. And then I have the 3 decorative pieces here that I made that I am using on the sides of the hat. We'll go ahead and we'll scoot these pieces over, and let's start with this piece first. And I'm going to just put some glue all the way around the edges. We want to make sure our edges don't come up, and just make sure it's centered. And now we'll do the half circle. I have put pop dots, and I'm just going to peel off my backing. Just want to make sure this is centered. I'm going to use my grid here. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 inches wide. It's about 2.5 is where we will put this piece here. And I'm lining the curve with the curve on the decorative paper here. So that looks good. And then this piece just sits on the top of our plaid piece. Just line this up with that side, and then make sure it fits. Got that. And I went ahead and glued the Gone Fishing on our little banner. So now we'll take this off, and I did put some more pop dots. You at least want to use 1 layer of pop dots on this decorative pieces here. That way your card will have a stopper, so it will prop up since it is an easel card. And then we just want to make sure we have an even border around that part. That looks good. And we have our little fish here, and I did pop dot it as well. So now we can glue this piece to this half here. So we're just going to go up to the score line, slide on there, and line it up, and give it a good varnish. Okay, and that looks good. So we'll set this to the side now, and I'm going to go ahead and bring this piece in and hold it like this. And there is this little tab. I have it on the left, and I'm just going to wrap this around, and I'm going to glue the other side till it meets that score line, and just press that together, make sure it adheres really well. And then I'm just going to take the small tabs on the bottom, and we are going to put them through the little tiny slits that's on the circle that has the fish border. So we've got those all tucked in. They go in really easy. So we're just going to turn that over now, and I'm going to put glue on the inside of the tabs, and this will not be seen. And I'm going to go ahead and glue this side down first, and I'm going to come across and do the opposite side and get that anchored, and then I'll do this one and this one. Those grab, I'm going to turn it over. Those are folded down and glued in place now. So we will set those to the side. And as I said, I made little offsets for this. You don't have to unless you want to. I've just had this paper collection for a while, and I've been wanting to use it, in one of my brother's birthday is coming up, and he loves to fish. So I thought I would just use this as his birthday card. I didn't have any eyelets small enough, so now would be the time to put your eyelets in if you are using eyelets. I wish that I would have had some small enough just for that little extra detail, but I just created my own. I have all of my hat pieces, and there are 6, and I have folded them on all of the score lines. The first thing we want to do is I'm going to put a little bit of glue on this bottom tab, and we're going to line this up right against it. So this one is going to the score line, and you want it to grab hold. And it's going to kind of come forward. So we're kind of flipping it up because this will be the rim of the hat. And then I'm going to do the second one. And just bring it right up to that score line. And I'm just going to make sure I hold it. And you can see we are folding, folding the paper. So we want to manipulate it. And then this top portion is going to go back just a little bit. So I'm going to put some glue here. And it just kind of goes back ever so slightly. And we'll fold the top piece back. And we want it to go right up against that score line. I can see the score line along the edge. Okay, so there's the second one. And we'll go ahead and do the bottom again. And I'll take our next hat piece. And I'll fold these back, so hopefully. And I'm just lining it up along the bottom of the hat. And I'm putting this edge up against this score line. And I'm going to hold that in place. And let it grab. And just fold that forward. And I'm going to do this middle tab. There we go. And just right up into the score line. Give it a good hold. And then I'll go ahead and put glue on the second one while I'm holding the middle tab. And remember, this kind of folds back a little bit. And then line it up along that edge. So it kind of, you know, comes out and then up and then over that way. And I have 3 more, and I'm just going to go around and finish putting the hat together. Then we will put the hat together the same way by joining the ends. And I am just going to reach in and go ahead and put glue on both of the tabs. Okay, so we have the outside of our hat, and now I'm going to glue the decorative paper to the middle of the top of the hat. And this is another piece that I use the internal offset fixture to create the decorative paper. I'm just going to center this in the middle by lining the holes up. And now we're just going to take this part, and I'm doing my dry fit, and you kind of push it down a little bit so it opens up, fans out around the bottom edge. So what we can do now is go ahead, and I'm going to fold these tabs down like that, and I'm going to glue the, I'll say 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock tabs, and set it over. And like I said, you want to hold that down, and I'm just taking the tab and flipping it up against the inside of the hat. And make sure you push the hat down a little bit against this piece here. You want your, make sure this is flat against without any gaps between it. So we have that. So now I'm going to put glue on the other inside of the tabs. And we'll do this side as well. Put glue there and some glue on that one. And like I said, I'm just pushing that down to get it where I want it to be. So I just pushed it down a little bit, and it does have a little bit of a wave, but when we glue it down to our base, it will be fine. Now I'm going to go ahead and put glue on one of our tabs, and I'm just going to put it down in this side. Get a hold of it. And get my tweezers, and I'm going to just go along this edge like so to attach it. And let's go ahead and put glue around the outside edge all the way around the hat. And this is a little tricky. Keep playing around with it until you can get it. I'm going all the way around. I have one little corner that I need to put a little bit more glue in there. It's not wanting to grab. So I'll take it and hold it. And this is a little tricky. I should have used 1/8 inch score tape, would probably work better, and then it would grab instantly. Now we can, I'm just going to open that up so it's flat, and I'm going to put glue all over the inside of this. You want to make sure you get to your edges so it will have a good hold. And we're just going to center this along the hat, and then just push this down around the outside. And then I'm going to turn it over and just push on the middle. Love the colors. I think it looks really nice. I love that blue plaid. So I'm going to set that over to the side, and we will bring in our hooks that we can put together. And for this, I'm using, this is just a bottle that had the tip. It's called PPA glue, and it dries with a matte finish, and I like to use it when I'm using the vellum. So we're going to take this one and this little vellum piece, and it goes right here. I just used some gold foil paper from Michaels, and on this one it has this little head. I'm going to put it on, and then we have our two vellum wings. So I'm just going to put a little dot along here. We can glue our fishing lures to the hat, and for this I'm going to go back to the art glitter glue. Thanks for watching the tutorial. I hope that you do give it a try. It is a super fun project, and it comes together fairly quickly. Have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.